a little bit turgid in the middle, but Cass did enough to secure the win.
Yeah, Jake Webster with 2 tries, 108 metres. Like you say, he stood out, and he played a couple of positions during the game, didn't he? I think. Andy Lynch with a try, 12 marker tackles, 123 metres. Eternal Andy Lynch. Dennis Solomon played at fullback, didn't he?
Yeah.
He got a try assist, 177 metres, and 2 clean breaks.
He's injured now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Or has he just missed 1 week? Is he actually out?
He's actually injured, yeah. I know, he's come out of fucking dream team as well.
Yeah, right.
It's been a nightmare.
And Luke Gale had 2 try assists in this one.
Yes. Can't beat Luke Gale for just his general look and the way he sounds. He's brilliant.
And for Leeds, Adam Cuthbertson, 44 tackles, 121 metres. Brett Ferris, 143 metres. Carl Ablett with a try assist, 6 tackle balls, 110 metres and 6 successful offloads.
Yeah.
And Jamie Jones Buchanan with 44 tackles and 141 metres.
The one thing I do recall very vividly from this game was Carl Ablett and the Castleford hooker with the beard, blonde-haired lad. McShane having a bit of argy-bargy, and then
ended up cuddling each other before the referee even sorted it out.
Well, and it was McDermott that brought it up as well on commentary. Like, well, these two used to share a car together at Leeds, so they're probably going to be all right. And then they were like, slapping each other's backs and stuff. But that was one of the things I took away from it was the car horse and him having a bit of a
McShane put himself about.
McShane started to play all right. Yeah, he did. He had a good game, as I recall. So we got loads of fan views in. Do you want to take it from the top, and I'll jump in halfway through?
Yes, so Cutthroat Jake, he said, good result for Castleford, who played the greasy conditions in the second half better. McShane should have been shown a yellow card after the interception for a professional foul, but the ref made odd calls both ways and wasn't the reason we lost. There was I'm remembering it, there was a lot of refs' fault bullshit from Leeds, wasn't there, after this game?
Yeah, no, they just didn't play well enough.
There was no way that they scored 14 points. It wasn't the refs' fault.
Yeah.
Right. The Hodge said, Carl fucking Ablett. Yeah. Did he do stuff wrong, or did he do stuff right? I mean, he got some good stats, but did he make a couple of mistakes as well?
No, I think he played quite well from what I recall, actually. He was probably one of their better players.
Fair enough. Ollie Smith goes, wow, what a win for Cass. Thought it was a real team effort, and Milo was outstanding.
Milo? Does he mean not Minikin? What's he called?
Don't know who Milo is.
No.
I keep thinking. Playing against 18 men as well makes the result even better. Carl Ablett, best player in the world. Some sort of face. Tongue out, maybe.
Yeah.
Confused. I don't know.
Incredulous face.
Some emoticon.
A what?
Emoticon.
Emoticon.
Oh, what the fuck?
Emoticon.
See, that's both fans now.
What would they call them? Transformers? The Decepticons.
Ref's fault in both ways, though. Yeah. Actually, there was. I remember the Zach Hardacre knock-on that wasn't given, and it led to a try down the other end. Now, if you're moaning about that, you got to think, they went 95 metres after the knock-on.
Yeah,
probably
should shore up your defence a touch.
Al Witts said, another great Thursday night game for the neutral. Tight second half, but very enjoyable. That was right. There was only one try in second half, weren't there? Thought Ablett played very well. McShane played a smart, experienced game, and I think it was fitting that Webster scored the decisive try at the end. All that after the drubbing at why a well-played Cass.
Yeah, that does say a lot for Castleford, actually, because they got their arses handed to them the week before, didn't they?
Definitely,
so to come back, and I know Leeds aren't the force they once were. I'm not going to say spent force, but they aren't the force they once were. But still, to shore up that well and back up and play that good a defensive game was impressive.
Mark Stevens said, poor discipline, lack of composure and structure cost us. Again, against Cass, wanted it more, and our coach's weaknesses are now glaring with Cine and JP gone. We'll talk a little bit more about that after we've got through the third of Leeds' defeats, I think.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, because there's much more to come, isn't there?
Fat Boy Rob said, deserved win for Cass against Leeds and the video ref. Defence was outstanding with players coming back. Things could be looking up. Great feeling winning the treble.
Winning over the treble winning side, I guess.
I don't know. Big smiley face.
Yeah, okay.
Emoticon.
Tyler Cass fan then, he said, I'm back in love with Cass this week. Last week they behaved like a husband coming home drunk at 2 a.m. This week he cooked dinner and did a bit of DIY and took the rubbish out. Man of the match for Cass was Carl Ablett. Very good. Graham Jones got in touch. He said McDermott is an absolute disgrace. He should apologise for his comments. What an example he set. And I didn't hear what he said after the game.
I think he basically came out and said the referee handed it to them or something like that. He didn't give Castleford any credit for the win.
Right.
Which,
He should have done.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul
It's
O'Brien.
not like him to not normally credit. He does say some bullshit stuff in his time.
Yeah.
Like the thing he said against... I don't think he had any right saying the stuff he said about Kukash, even though I don't necessarily disagree with it all last year.
Yeah.
A couple of years before, he said some stuff about referees always favouring Catalan in Catalan, and again, whether or not there's any truth in that at all, I'm not so sure if there is, but he certainly shouldn't be saying it.
No. Okay, Paul O'Brien says...
Not publicly, anyway.
True. Paul O'Brien says it was a good game tonight and a deserved win for Castleford Tigers. Diane LBW got in touch and said it was a great game between Cass and Leeds and a great result too. Sour grapes from McDermott, now new there though. Brian Davies got in touch. He said he really enjoyed this one. Nice tight game, but odd watching a Leeds team that isn't as dominant as they used to be. Is it too early to think that Leeds will struggle to make the top four? Well,
it will be after we talk about the third loss of the week.
Let's get through to the third one. Do you want to do the honours with Bob Phillips?
Yeah, he said Easter is a time to reflect on the agony of the crucifixion and the ecstasy of the resurrection. Along with sweet and sour chicken, it's an example of when opposites are required to appreciate the whole. Like Carl Ablett, delight in his work with a ball and break, and despair at his dreadful penalty and dropping the bloody ball with 1:52 to go.
Poetically put, Robert. Well done.
Mm-hmm. David Dillon at Cast Tigers News. That's a new one on me, so welcome on board, David. Thanks for getting in touch. What can you say? 7 men out, playing against Leeds, and James Child, sorry, but he isn't a Super League ref whilst I ever drew breath. Well, then none of them are.
I was going to say he's one of the better ones.
And to come...
Who's got up in my estimations? Fucking Hicks.
Yeah.
Jesus, what?
He's top of the tree at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's getting the big games. He got Wigan Saints and he got Wigan Warrington.
Yeah.
Anyway, and to come out on top of a pulsating game, outstanding. 2 tries for Webster and 1 for Lynch, Moon, Watkins, Briscoe for Leeds. Better team won. 11,000 plus in the crowd, great atmosphere.
There you go.
And John Hamilton said, with their injuries and our returning players, that's a soft result. More carries just, more metres and more offloads. Goal kicking the difference again. We'd be a lot more trouble this season without Hardacre despite his errors. Hanley's a better option than a fully fit Hall at the moment. Well, they're going with it anyway because Hall's not fully fit.
Well, exactly. So that'll be the way they're playing, won't it? Okay.
Briscoe out again as well now.
I don't know. I'll have to have a look.
Fair
Did he come back, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so on to Good Friday then. Hull KR took on Hull FC at the KC light stream, and for 60 minutes, Hull KR with a better side, and they marshalled Hull FC really, really well, and then they all just thought, fuck it, and basically let Hull FC back in. 22 points to 20.
Was it 20-0 after an hour?
Yes.
Wow.
And then FC and to the point where like the KR fans were taking the piss and like chanting on for Kurt Yeaman and all that, going Yeamo, whenever he fucked up and all sorts of stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kurt Yeaman made 3 stats rounds up this week, so
exactly. So they must have spurred them on. But
there's an old fella who don't want to lose his place in the side.
No, well, he's going to take his chances, isn't he? He doesn't want to play on dual edge at Doncaster much more. I should have thought. Then Hull FC came storming back in the last 20 minutes, and it was just, you knew as soon as they got that second try, you could just feel it was just on for them, and they played tremendous rugby league for 20 minutes and just blew Hull KR away.
Yeah, and
deserved to win.
They set the platform for 3 wins in the Easter period,
which is impressive, really, isn't it? Yeah,
with that sort of same, almost the same script, as well to an extent.
Yeah, absolutely.
So individually, Jamie Shaw with a try, 7 tackle busts, 189 metres and 2 clean breaks. Kirk Yeaman with a try assist, 157 metres, 5 offloads. Frank Pritchard had 143 running metres, and Liam Watts with a try assist, 101 metres, 3 successful offloads. For Hull KR, it all was going so great when Ken Seo had a try in 173 metres. Ian Thornley kept his good form going with a try, 133 metres. Adam Walker was not distracted by any young ladies in the crowd. He got 140 running metres.
Allegedly.
Mitch Allgood had 45 tackles.
Okay, Tyler Casfan got in touch. He said everyone in Hull is shaking their heads. One team thinking, how did we lose that? The other one thinking, how did we win it? I guess.
Lose?
I said the same thing twice. One team thinking, how did we lose that? The other wondering how they lost. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I'm with you now. Sorry, Tyler. I should have trusted you. Scooters28 Max, she got in touch. She says we've often switched off for 20 minutes, but this was a new low point, not playing for 60. One-man ball in drives equals 20-0 down. Passing, shape and runners equals 22 points in as many minutes. Not rocket science, is it? Andy Barca said, bloody hell, what to say about this game? Well done to FC. Seriously, KR threw the game away. Missed tackles, clueless play, etc. The second half was a true James Webster side, I'm afraid. Langers, who's a Hull FC fan, he got in touch. He said, not a game for those of us with heart problems. Hull showed some mettle to get back into it whilst Rovers imploded. But Debs are considering offers from Hollywood. Roll on Wolves on Monday. And Andy Scrimshaw, let's go Scrimshaw, got in touch and he said, our comeback against KR was epic. Hull FC are great when they just play off the cuff. They are too predictable when playing a set of attacking structures. To get a win in that game took a lot of character. Very good, Scrimshaw. Oh, well done, son. Nice. Like your work. Did you see this one, or were you...
the game?
You were away by this point, weren't you?
Well, I was on my way to watch Wigan when this game was played, then when I got back, didn't have much time for a turnaround for a sort of late night, middle of the night sort of start.
Right.
The journey to Barca. So all I've seen is the tries, and even from the tries, when Michael scored the winning try, which wasn't that difficult.
No.
When you think what was on the line, you sort of think there was you feel like there must have been an inevitability to it in the 3 or 4 minutes building up to that.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the game was I'm not going to say incredible game, because it wasn't, because one team outplayed the other for 60 minutes, and then the reverse happened. So it wasn't like, a great blood and thunder Hull derby, but the contradiction and the sudden switch in both teams at that 60-minute point was so marked that it just made that last 20 minutes a really exciting watch, because you could feel it coming from Hull FC. So that was entertaining. The first 60 minutes before, it was just frustrating, because you thought, well, eventually a Rugby League match is going to break out here and Hull FC are going to turn up. And when they did, I didn't want to know, and they popped back to the change rooms, and the result was was a fair one, I would say.
Fair enough, yeah. Next game on the card is Salford 12, Catalan Dragons 26 in front of less than 3,500 people for a Good Friday. That's a disappointment, but any Catalans that made the trip would have been thrilled.
Continue to develop this new reputation of being decent away from home, the Catalan Dragons as well.
Against a side that has previously been good at home. I know they're missing some key cogs on that game. Was this the game that Tommy Lee played at half-back? I'm
not sure. Might have been.
Fair enough.
Possibly so. But statistically, who stood out for us?
Well, Dave Taylor is almost in Man of Steel form. 2 tries, 161 metres. Tony Gigo, playing his last game at fullback for a while, we think. A try, 7 tackle busts, 142 metres. Jody Broughton had 5 tackle busts and 113 metres against one of his former sides. And Glenn Stewart, ever reliable with his 41 tackles.
Got to love the gift, haven't you? Who stood out for... Dave Taylor... Right. Is Dave Taylor also the name of the bloke in the Eurythmics?
Dave Stewart.
Yes, it was Dave Stewart. Okay, cool. That's all right.
Is that right? I'm right, aren't I?
Yes, you're definitely right.
Right, okay.
Is it Dave Taylor? Annie Lennox and Dave Taylor? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I just couldn't make the jump. Thank you.
Okay, so Greg Johnson.
Sincerely hope there's not any Australian Eurythmics fans out there now that are really going to come at me.
Salford must have missed any scores here, missed any conversions, unless I wrote the score down wrong. But Greg Johnson, 2 tries, 170 metres, 2 clean breaks. Josh Griffin with a try, 151 metres, 2 clean breaks. I've seen the coach, what's his face?
Watson
has been talking about Josh Griffin maybe should be in the England reckoning.
No.
Justin Carney, 193 metres. Craig Kopchak, 43 tackles.
Okay, Mark Roseveare got in touch with us kindly enough, long enough to poke his head out from under his Wigan bridge to say that Salford were dog shit.
That was it on this game, on the Google form.
Fair enough, okay.
Did you see any of the highlights?
Just the tries.
Yeah? Anything good?
It was a bit of a dull affair, really, I think. I mean, there was nothing that stood out for me.
Fair enough.
There weren't any particularly scintillating tries. It was all a bit sort of workaday, really. I'm glad I didn't pay to go.
Okay.
But people who will have been glad they paid to go will have been the Wakefield Trinity fans who started a 3-game winning streak this week over the Easter weekend with a 36
managed to win more games in a week than they did in a whole season last year.
It's insane, isn't it? With a 36 points to 22 victory over the Huddersfield Giants, paid in front of very nearly 5,000 people as well. At this point in the weekend, I took this to mean that Huddersfield are shitter than I first thought, and not necessarily that Wakefield are on some kind of Chris Chester uptick. But I'm actually starting to think that both things are true now.
Well, Huddersfield certainly have forgotten any sort of defensive organisation. They used to be such a good
marked from last year as well.
Even earlier this year, even the first 6 weeks or so of this year, they were losing games closely. Or, like the Wigan game.
They defended well in that.
All the games I saw them earlier